Hello and welcome to Fairly Used News, where you get all your news headlines for the day. My name is Frank Donga. Top on the news at this time, the headline. USD, also known as USSD, is now 6.98 naira per session. That's according to the CBN. Bankers must now declare their assets, latest by June 2021. That's Know Your Customer Things, EFCC. Employment in Nigeria is now 33.3%. With plenty for that one. Lagos governor signs 21-year jail term for cultists. He remains a many jail term for corrupt politician. OU students have good news. Congratulations. 2 students have been freed from their abductors in Ogun State. Though we don't know whether they pay any money or whether they arrest anybody. You cannot petition us in Nigeria if you live abroad. It's not me that say it. That's according to the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, that's House of Reps. Meanwhile, a bill to empower the National Assembly to summon the president or any governor to come and dance Alanta by asking questions in front of them has entered second reading. That means anybody can be called at any bloody time. A federal high court in Abuja has given INEC up to 30th of this month to show up in court and explain themselves why they did not register a youth party that is planning for the next election to be registered. We move. Meanwhile, in Ghana, the Speaker of Parliament has threatened not to pass the 2021 budget if the president does anyhow or does gra-gra. Not every time rubber stamp the presidency. And still in Ghana, Ghana is planning to pay house rent for all its citizens that cannot afford to pay house rent in these trying times by providing soft loan with very small interest. When I try, we say, Yeda Moase, Meda Sepe, you do well. And to all our brothers and sisters watching and subscribing in Ghana, we say thank you very much. In case you cannot pay your house rent, you better move to Ghana. Now, details of the news. Welcome back to Fairly Used News. USD, popularly known as USSD, is now 6.98 naira according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. This was after a brief hustle and tussle head-butting each other between Telco and the bankers in Nigeria. Bank have earlier said, lie, Telco cannot be charging them for what they don't know about, and Telco say lie, now we they do all the USD to collect money. We must charge people. You remember that in October last year, some Telco told their clients that they will begin to charge them 4 naira for every first 20 seconds that they access their USD star something star hash something for using it. But now, the Central Bank of Nigeria has come in between them to say, instead of fighting, why don't we all both come together to chop this money? Therefore, instead of charging people 4 naira for 20 seconds or charging them whatever they have been charging them before, there's now a flat rate. Anytime you access your USD, you pay 6.98 naira. Some people have expressed unhappiness at this thing, saying monkey they walk, but baboon they shop. In other news, bankers must now declare their assets by June 2021. This is according to the new EFCC boss. He said that bankers are always implicated anytime that corruption issue or mago-mago in financial sector happen, meaning that they collabo with their perpetrators. Hence, bankers too must begin to declare their assets. We cannot say any more about this one other than to keep our mouth shut because we are not EFCC and we are not bankers. This one is simply a situation of customer to customer. Know your customer. EFCC know their customer. Unemployment in Nigeria has now gone to 33.3%. We are plenty on this table. According to new statistics released for the last quarter of 2020 in Nigeria, unemployment rate has increased in Nigeria. I don't know if anybody is surprised. 2 OU students have been freed from the Ayetoro campus. They were abducted before now in Ogun State. But good news to them and their family and the institution, and shout out all the greatest bugos and the greatest bagbas in OU, your students have been released. The police have not said anything about the arrest of the perpetrators, but they are assuring that the victims will soon unite with their family. We thank God. Moving forward. You can't petition us if you don't live in Nigeria. It's not me that said it. That is what the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives told a representative from Benue State when he dropped a petition that some Nigerian citizens that are living in the US are petitioning the government as to why their lands are being taken by some people in Benue State. But the Deputy House of Rep Speaker said, no, you can't petition us. First of all, there was a gas from the Deputy Speaker when he said that are these people living in Nigeria?
If they're in America, do they really know what is exactly going on?
Then later, the representative from Benue State dropped his own premium boost by saying, what do you mean?
Okay, yes, they do, because they have their family members and their people here with them.
After that, the Deputy Speaker gave a counterblast by saying it's not like that.
I'm saying if they are Nigerians and living in Nigeria are bringing issues, I agree. But somebody in America who is far away in this country, I'm not convinced that somebody from America should come here and be laying issues in Nigeria. I'm not convinced.
Shortly after, the representative from Benue State dropped a colossal boast and finished him by saying, Shebi, we have a committee on diaspora. So, what are you saying?
Okay, Mr. Speaker, you know we have a diaspora as long as they're Nigerian citizens, even in diaspora. So these are still Nigerian citizens with Nigerian passports, and we do not tell them that they are not resident in as long as they're Nigerian citizens, even in diaspora. So these are still Nigerian citizens with Nigerian passports who are...
Well, now the matter we see they settle now. Still on the National Assembly, a bill to empower the National Assembly to summon any president or any governor to come and dance Alanta, Balongo, or Kurumo in front of them by answering questions on their accountability has already entered second reading. After second reading, we move. You remember that a short while ago, the National House of Representatives summoned Nigerian president that he should come and report himself to them as to why 43 people and above were killed in northern Nigeria in the hands of Boko Haram, because insecurity has gone tata for Nyanya. But just as the president was Babariga and wanted to put leg inside Palm Sanda to step out and appear in front of the National Assembly, the Nigerian Minister of Justice said, "You are going nowhere, Baba, sit down." They don't have the right or the power in the Constitution. That is why now power is coming. National Assembly is trying to pass it into law that they have the right to tell anybody to stood down, raise up your hands and close your eyes on top of any matter in Nigeria. Whether you are a president or you are a governor, they can ask you to show up after this bill has been passed. Meanwhile, Federal High Court in Abuja has invited INEC, that's the Independent National Electoral Commission, to explain why it formed on looking when a youth party wrote to them that they want to be registered ahead of 2023 elections, but the form that we don't know. So now they have to show up in court to explain themselves. We move. Talking about lawmakers, the Ghanaian Speaker of Parliament has threatened not to pass the 2021 budget if the president does gragra or does falafel or does anyhow, based on the fact that he said the presidency or the executive's right is just to proffer and suggest when it comes to the budget and not to give them order by cutting down anyhow in the budget. So their job is to maintain that suggestion. The Speaker of Parliament in Ghana has now said any attempt by the president to do beyond his power will meet stiff resistance. These ones are not rubber stamp lawmakers. Still in Ghana, good news for all our Ghanaian brothers and sisters, because now the government is planning to help people that cannot pay house rent in these hard times to pay their house rent. They plan to do this by bringing about 100 million Ghana cedis to collaborate with the private sector so that they can have enough money to give loans to Ghanaian citizens so that they can pay with very small interest and pay their house rent. And therefore, we say, on our way done, on our try. That is all for now. We can bring you more details as Kasala the Bust. Off the camera now. Shebi, you know we're on Jen. No waste fuel now.